When my world shattered and I found myself homeless, the only thing that kept me moving forward was a desire to tell my story. To leave something behind if I didn't make it. I'm here though, but I still want you to know.
I will call the cops and have you arrested. I will call the cops and have them arrest you.
Have them arrest me.
I will.
Yes, because you should have gave me a key.
Like I told you, I don't have the money because everything to do it. So you could, and I told you already. I told you already. I told you already that all you had to do was to give me a $5 money order and a $5 check, and I would give that back to you. So if you wanted a key, all you have to do, I'm not going to jail. All you have to do is give me a $5 money order, or nobody stole anything from you. So why are you trying to argue? Why are you trying to argue? I'm not going to argue with you anymore. Yes, you had to pay me for the key. I don't have the money, and I told you that. I don't have the money. But you don't know what I'm buying. No, you don't. Basically, I'm not buying groceries. My friend bought me groceries. Well, it's none of your business what I buy. Basically, what I'm telling you is if you want a key, you just give me a $5 money order. Will you just give me a $5 money order? You give me a $5 money order, or you give me a check, because you can't hand it to her. I have to hand it to the manager. I have to hand it to the manager. So if you want the key, that's all. And then, like I told you,
I lived in this apartment for about 5 years, and this woman right here would be the cause of my destruction in less than 2 months. Before this, my life was functional. I had taken up the hobby of candle making as a means to get extra money. So I made candles and candle products like incense and soaps and sprays and stuff, and started doing the circuit. I did it for about 3 years and loved it. I have a background education or degree, whatever you say, in film. But the filmmaking community or culture here in Sacramento is full of egos, cliques, and empty promises. I did do a few projects and, advised on a few scripts, but utterly nothing. So I started a group that was held at the local library across from my apartment complex, and we do one short film at a time, and the goal was to get each person with a specialty like, audio, cinematography, lighting, directing, etc. And what ended up happening was we worked on one person's short, and the rest just didn't show up. So I bagged that and started working on screenwriting. And I was actually going through the process of um, filming a personal short, and in the long run, basically, I just got fed up with flaky people. So I just, again, stuck to script writing and honing skills on graphic design and animation and things of that nature.
while I was doing the craft fairs and, video projects, I had joined a group. Weight has always been an issue for me. I have literally, still to this day, it's not the issue now within this year. It's only been a year, but within, I think, all my life, it's been about pretty much all my life, it seems like. But for the last, I'm not joking, about 15 years, I've stayed single. Not just because the city I'm in, I don't feel that there are quality people, people that I would want to spend the rest of my life with or even engage with, because I feel like I would have to scrape myself up off of the asphalt, and because every relationship that I've been in has been abusive, and in some way, shape, or form. Not physically abusive, because I've always been able to take care of myself in that way, so there's never been really much of a threat there. But I stayed single even with people that I liked. I just would turn them away or shun them or whatever because of my weight. And so I had joined a fit club. I went to a craft fair and met this couple, and they had a group called Sacktown Fit Club, and were like a third-party seller or whatever with Herbalife, and I joined that. So, and through that, I loved being around other people, and just sharing some type of community camaraderie with a goal to lose weight. Was not good at selling products or anything else like that. It is a pyramid scheme, but products were good. That wasn't the issue. The issue was a lot of people just didn't have the money and maybe just didn't want to buy from me. I don't know. But, I did that. It was 2014, and I lost about 30 pounds of fat. I was very isolated, very alone. Couldn't date, couldn't really, be myself. So I just felt repressed. And when prosperity came into my life, I was talking to a crafter friend in my kitchen. I'd gone into the kitchen and was looked out the window just in time to see her being pushed out of this Suburban. And the lady sped. The poor baby didn't know what was going on with her. She didn't know what was going on. She thought she was supposed to, maybe go into the front. She'd get to go into the front with her. And I saw the woman, black woman, and young black woman, and she just, just looked like she was just disgusted or tired or something. I don't know. And she went back into the driver's seat or driver's side and sped off, almost hitting her with the side of the car. And I went and got her, and I yelled at the lady. I said, "Hey, come and get your dog, and whatever." But I was happy on the other end too, So I had Egypt, and I watched Egypt come into the world. So Egypt picked me, but Egypt was the type that didn't like company, and she really didn't care for prosperity. She put up with her for me. But I just fell in love with prosperity, and it took her a while to get used to being in a car. And she actually went to the bathroom. She was so nervous because she didn't know where she was going. And, but we connected. We bonded, and, I spoiled her. But to get her used to being in the car, I'd give her biscuits. Anytime she got into the car, I gave her a biscuit. Anytime we got out, I gave her a biscuit. Just to show her. And then I had to stop giving the biscuits because she kept, expecting the biscuit. Every time she'd jump in, she'd be like, "Biscuit?" And so, but she was my pride and joy, boy. I took her around to the craft fairs with me, and she brought folks to the table, and took her to the dog park, and I freaked out when she ran so hard that she tore apart, kind of half tore her her toenail off, and took her to the vet, and they were like, oh, that's normal. It's like, because I thought she was going to die. You know, I remember that there was something that said, well, if they bleed or something like that on their toes or whatever, they can die. And that didn't happen. So, but you know, it was wonderful, and it kept me here on the planet, you know, because before her I was really suicidal. I mean, I don't say that lightly. Was hitting such a depression that I couldn't get up. You know, I didn't know where my life was going. I couldn't be social with people because of the slander. I mean, I'd had horrible things said about me simply because I didn't want people, you know, I set boundaries. It's like, don't come into my space. Don't, you know, throw your garbage on my patio. Don't stop peering and leering into my apartment when you walk by, you know, things of that nature. That, and I noticed that here, that in Sacramento, people, there's no justice. There's such a hard, there's such a violent, retaliation that people just, none of them want to deal with it. Like, they all know what goes on, but they don't want to deal with it. There's no solution, you know? And so people just accept it. They know what it is, you know? I mean, I used to talk to people about it. It's like, you know, I keep having these people following me, you know, to the store, and I've seen the car before, and I know this person can't be in this area all the damn time or be where I am all the time. You know, I don't believe that there's any coincidences in either way. But, you know, you can't always be going to the store when I'm going to the store. Or, you know, you're taking pictures of me and then you're sneering at me. Or I would have people who I'd go out and check the mail, they'd be across the street and, you know, just huffing and puffing and acting really threatening and intimidating for no reason. And then they stop when you know, people would pass them. So I was like, okay, there's something up here, you know? And so I did look it up, and, you know, it's called gang stalking or cause stalking or whatever. And it's just a revenge thing. But, you know, but because I was going through that, you know, and people were, as soon as I'd meet somebody, somebody would talk to them, and all of a sudden I wouldn't be able to talk to anybody again. So it's like I said, it's like I'm pretty much to myself. I love having my own time to myself, but I also like being social, you know? And so the craft fairs helped me to be social. But when I got Prosperity, I mean, celebrated her birthday, her in Egypt, you know, she tried playing with Egypt, that didn't work. And then, you know, added, I think it was probably about a year and a half later. So Prosperity was about a year and a half, yeah. Because I think when I got her, she was like 6 months, 5 or 6 months. And got Hazel from another person in the apartment complex. And I started getting really frustrated because it's like, these people are getting dogs, are getting pets, and they're not able to take care of them. They just, like, on the spur of the moment, oh yeah, that would be nice, and then we don't want them anymore, you know? And Hazelnut had come from a very abusive home. And I would, you know, one of the lady's friends would tell me that she would put her, you know, throw her into places and her carrier, or in a bag, or blow weed smoke in her mouth and all that stuff. So, you know, Prosperity is a rescue, Hazel's a rescue. And, you know, I love them both. You know, it was hard, but, you know, we were just one big family, and I like that it kept me busy. It kept me out of my depression. Out. I took a break, and I said, you know, I just decided I can do this on my own. Something's going to pop up, you know, just a lot of prayer and meditation.